Fancy a bit of info?
Don't push yourself too much. Now then.
Hello. Hey. Yeah. Well met, eh? What in the blazes?
What? Good night. Can I come in?
Want to read?
Not today. You're all leaving tomorrow, right? I'll be cheering for you. So I just... Oh no. I promised Miss Fabian I wouldn't cry.
Oh, it's all right. You don't have to worry.
Papa was trying to stop a bad man, you said. And that's what you're all doing too, isn't it? Please come back home safe. I'll be waiting here as long as it takes.
It's a promise.
All right. The next time I see you again, can you tell me more about the outside world?
This one's important.
I never got a chance to say this to Papa. So, thank you. I'll go to bed now.
Captain, may I have a moment?
Good night.
I was hoping for a chance to speak before we set out. Since our meeting, I've done nothing but impose on you. Now, you risk your very life for this cause. 'Tis no easy burden. It pains me to see. When I think of how this may yet save His Highness, I lose sight of all else. Such disregard ill becomes me.
You truly are devoted to him, aren't you?
I suppose I am at that. A guiding oath of 12 years is not easily cast aside. But that book... We met once before, on a carriage bound for the capital. Do you recall?
Now that you mention it, I do.
My apologies. I thought only to minimize casualties, one way or another. So, 'tis a novel envisioning an ideal world. Curious to see a utopian novel these days. I'd thought them long since banned. Ah, you needn't worry. I've no intention of taking it from you. I've sometimes wondered why such books were forbidden. Rumors say the Sanctists objected to their content, yet I wonder... How could a simple book have possibly stunned them so? Do you mind if I read a passage or two? So, it is a fiction written as if a personal account. This chapter seems to concern the system by which the nation's leader is decided. In this country, one cannot become even a statesman, much less sovereign, without the consent of the people. Those who aspire to statecraft must first solemnly swear before the people what they will do in service of their country. Should they earn title but break their word, they are denounced and stripped of power. Such is the authority of the people. In this way, it is quite the opposite of our own country. Now I see why our upper echelons would abolish such texts. Had our lands embraced such accountability, perhaps His Royal Highness would not have suffered such a fate. No. As a knight, I must clear my head of these Oh, I suppose 'tis not so bad to dream now and then. It takes power to walk the path of our dearest hopes. Perhaps that is the purpose of this newfound strength. My dearest dream, 'tis to save His Highness, even at the cost of my life. Nothing more.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Juna!
Lady Juna!
Faraway sky, blue and clear, echo my wish, so that all may hear. One and all born to this land, as here we stand. Let us greet the rising dawn, hand in hand. Faraway sky. Faraway sky so clear. Let my wish echo.
Even I'm feeling the heat. Well, I suppose it's time to fan the flames. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome one and all to the inauguration of the Tournament for the Throne! For the first time, the crown is anyone's to claim, as long as the aspirants can complete 3 grueling challenges.
Wow, a Sanctus Crier! He's perfect for this!
Let's discuss the venues. We kick off in the west, in the Pearl of the Coast, the Principality of Oceania's harbour city capital, Port Brilehaven. There, they face their first challenge, the Exhibition of the Brave. Each contender must bring back the head of a monster, a mark of their prowess and courage. Next, our would-be monarchs head east. Upon the misty peaks, we arrive in the Principality of Montario's beautiful city of faith, Altaberry Heights. And finally, our heroes make their well-deserved return home to Grand Trad. But first, let's do introductions. It's time to meet those risking their lives for the crown. Closest to the throne, I know him, you know him. It's Sanctism's one and only 78 Sanctifex, His Eminence, Forden!
Victory to Sanctifex Forden!
I claim no great ambition, nor any heated calls to action. All I wish is to restore order for our people and to safeguard our land from the threats beyond. This chaos we face is but one of God's many trials. Let us restore our kingdom's glory together!
Moving right along, we come next to His Eminence's champion, the very spear in his hand, the warrior monk captain of the Crown Theocracy, Master Guido!
I come before you only in loyal service of His Eminence. I relinquish the throne to him gladly. But those who would seize the crown by force, I will teach you to fear God and to fear me!
So much for this being a fair competition. How many horses do the Sanctus have in this race? Still, it's not over by far. The Luis supporters won't take this lying down.
What cowardice, Friar! Where's Count Louise?
All right, settle down. At this time, I can report that Count Luis has not applied to enter the tournament.
What? He's not even entering?
Then what becomes of us? Our entire purpose in this race was to get closer to him.
Don't worry. He's definitely paying attention. He's only in second as it is, so we can't afford to ignore this whole production. Sit tight. I'm sure he'll make a move soon.
All right. For those Count Luis supporters, you might want to meet our next entrant. A rising socialite, a man of ambition, godless and fearless, the brash young warrior serving Count Luis, Gladel, the Black Hound!
Him? So he was one of Luis's men.
The fallen king embraced Sanctism and all its holy tenets, and for what? He was nothing before Lord Luis. Look to the sky all you wish. No god can save you! What our country needs is power!
Well, it's not quite all the contenders, but let's get on with the introductions. The great liberal merchant, it's Roger Ward. By war, by conquest, by right, it's Rudolph Krauss. In it more for the gauntlet runners than the throne, it's Lena Caden. Sure to be popular by pledging free drinks for life, it's Loveless O'Shea. Uplifting the beautiful and deposing the hideous, it's Milo Maurizio.
Wow, if we lose this, I think the country has some even bigger problems.
Now, I do believe we have one final candidate. Do we have an Elden boy present? Come on, let's see a face.
What? An elder? Disgraceful. Is this the only way you could think to distinguish yourself?
By the way, the ride you applied with still hasn't arrived. And, if it doesn't show up by the time the noon bell rings, you're disqualified. All right?
Hey! What's going on?
That nitwit! What is he doing?
So, contestants, are you ready?
What? Last, I say! Wait! Don't you behave!
A land runner?
It's quick!
Wait, it's headed right for them!
It'll crash!
Whoa!
What the heck is that?
Wonderful. So much for a first impression.
What hell? Isn't he a marvel, chums?
You don't! You nearly brought down the cathedral! Have a care, you fool. It was bad enough when Luis did it the first time.
That feckless, shameless old fool.
Not bad, kid. Guess you've got some interesting tricks up your sleeve after all.
Right! I'd call that a full roster. Ladies and gentlemen, race across the land. Go! Prove yourself worthy and earn your crown. For the people, for the throne. Let the games begin!
We must take to the road.
Come on, come on! So fast! Gotta hold on to something or I'll get blown up!
It's incredible!
Just a sec.
Can you hear me?
Let's see.
Let us hurry.
Let's see.
This...
Wow!
Oh.
Spectacular!
This is amazing! I don't know a thing about gauntlet runners, but even I can tell this is a hell of a craft. I can hardly believe she's ours to drive.
You're telling me, lad? Feels like ages since I've been out on the open road.
So this is what you use to talk with the driver? Convenient, that. Look, old fellow, are you really on our side? You realize we don't have funds to pay you.
Money? Ha! I'm not in this for the money. What I want is a little gusto. What do you think, lad? Isn't this a...
It is at that. Like riding the wind.
That's the ticket.
Brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah, it's amazing.
You've a good head on your ship. Where to, ladies?
You certainly are a different person behind the wheel.
Hey, Hulkenberg! Can we get an explanation yet?
That man is Neurus. An Ishkia, if 'twas not obvious from the wings. And despite everything, he was heir to a noble house and personal machinist for the royal family.
What?
He's a master engineer, of course, positively peerless. But as you can see, the runners get him a bit excited. Neurus? Are you there? I'm coming in. Even amidst all this commotion and...
Too much to do.
As always. To business, then. I must ask a favor. Would you be able to ready a carriage for me?
No new commissions. No time for them. Ask another ride.
It is not a new one I require. Before His Highness disappeared, did you not accept a contract to build him a custom? Without a formal owner, I reasoned that it must now lie unused. I was hoping I might borrow it a short while.
But, pish and tosh, woman. She is for royal use and not a...
'Tis an unreasonable request, I know. But I'd not be asking without a grave need.
I mean, well...
'Twas specially made for His Highness, yes? Not a work you'd have sold off. Where lies it now?
I've deadlines to meet, dash it! Off with you now! Leave me be!
You've been acting stranger than usual. What ails?
Whoa!
Good God. this? A gauntlet runner? The very craft commissioned for His Highness the Prince? Even knowing His Highness was gone, still you toiled away. Oh, Neoros, you are an inspiration. Such nobility of purpose.
Yes. Right.
However, for a craft meant for the royal family, it is rather... Did you... You...
Well, at first, certainly. I followed the blueprints exactly. But then His Highness died, and... well, a masterpiece like her? Collecting dust in storage? No! Unacceptable! Unthinkable! I'm working toward a dream. And this poor old girl is going to help me see it through. And then, finally...
You imbecile! A lowly, brazen court engineer, butchering His Highness's inheritance for a hobby! For this... mania! You embezzled the royal treasury and disrespected his legacy! Treason!
Mercy, please! Look, take my head if you must, milady, but leave the value runner at...
Look, this runner... It is fully operational now, is it? Then I suggest you cooperate, for both our sakes.
Eh? What's all this now? You play the proud soldier at me and then pluck it for your own scheme?
'Tis no scheme. I would use it for His Highness's sake.
For his... Hold a tick. Haven't you been looking for him? And now you want a gauntlet runner for His High... Is His Highness still alive? That's it! I've got you, haven't I?
'Twas His Highness who gave you refuge while you were only a heretical scholar condemned by the Sanctists.
Understood.
Is that enough? Can this old duck really handle an...
I know what you're thinking, but 'tis at least...
Pish and tosh, boy. A little faith. Not to brag, but this old duck's craft might be the fastest gauntlet runner in the kingdom. Why, probably the world. I think. Maybe. All I want is to push this runner as far and as fast as she can go. Show her off to the world. And you, well...
I don't know about this, but I guess we'll just have to trust him.
I think we can count on him.
If you're sure,
Either way, he knows the prince is alive, so we can't just leave him to his own devices.
You lot can handle the fighting, and I'll handle all the driving and grease work. Just make...
This guy's got no filter. But he has a point. We do need to talk strategy.
So, summing up. Our first trial is to slay a monster. We take its head as proof, then get it to the goal line before the deadline. The bigger the head, the better. Our destination is Port Brialhaven, the capital of the Western Principality of Oceania. It'd be a trek on foot, but this gauntlet runner should make it a snap.
So getting the bounty's head is our next move. And our target is a nefarious criminal who's been kidnapping and selling off children. Right?
A criminal? Did the task not specify a monster's head?
Don't worry, all part of the plan. Everyone's going to show up with monster heads, and we shake things up with a felon. A knight-turned-kidnapper at that. Shows them we're there for just...
But to deliberately violate... Then again, 'tis just as likely to win the people's attention and thereby Luis's. I do understand the intent. What do you think of this plan?
I trust all of you completely.
Good enough for me. A captain's got to trust his... The bounty's Heisme, an ex-knight. I realize that's a little close to home, Hulkenberg, so if you'd rather hang back...
No. His title is precisely why I cannot let his atrocities stand. And yet... Then again, our true aim is beyond the ambitions of any other aspirant. Our fate rests in this plan of yours, Stroll.
Thank you. I'll try to ensure...
Righto. Then our course is set. Feel free to use anything in the gauntlet run.
Good to know. We can always look up.
Yes. You needn't have...
Well, I'm a tinkerer and not much else. All my fighting happens in the old workshop. But I'll take you wherever you're going for your sake and mine. After all, the wilds out there are no fairy picnic. Oh no! It's a den of wild beasts and savage scoundrels. And we'll not get past it without days on the road together. So, if you need anything besides a steady hand on the wheel, give me a hoot. Bound.
He's certainly an Oh, yeah?
Hello? Spectacular.
All right then.
Let's go! What's that? What are you talking about?
Sure.
No kidding!
All right.
The Gauntlet Runner arrives at the desert camp as the scorching sun sinks below the horizon, and the curtain of night protected within the stalwart hull of the Gauntlet.
All right then.
Yep.
Well met.
Certainly.
I see.
All right.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Good morning.
True.
I knew it!
Hey. Now then. Got a moment? Hey! Aye.
Look at that.
Yeah. Hey.
No, no.
All right.
Now then.
Courage. Why, that's...
I say, we could stop for a break.
Coming now into view is the Tree of Prophecy, a resplendent tapestry of color. One theory is that the tree's roots gorge on the land's magma, and still another is that it gorges on those enraptured by, as though themselves snared by the bewitching magma surrounding them.
That's...
Certainly.
Hey.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey there!
Huh?
Huh?
However,
All right.
The Gauntlet Runner arrives in a quiet clearing, concealed by boulders, as darkness wreaks. Monsters run rampant in the wilds. To sleep here would be the party secure in their...
Speaking of... Your thoughts? Fair point. So...
Hey. Now then. Speaking of... What's that? Oh, I see. Then...
All right.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Finally! We're out of the desert! Oh wow, I missed all this green!
Why is it so bumpy?
That'd be the change in terrain, lad. See, you got to let the suspensions get used to hard ground instead of soft sand.
Must be nice to fly everywhere.
What the? Did we just crash?
Of course not. That's
A cannonade.
My star is rising! Ah!
Sanctism will reign!
It's them. Remember, from the opening ceremony. I think one of them is Guido, Forden's confidant, and the other is Luis's man, Gladel.
Prominent candidates. Shouldn't the king's magic petrify them for their aggression?
No, see where they're aiming. They're not shooting to kill, just to take out the opposing runner's leg.
stuck out in the wilds with no working runner.
So it is a clash to hold each other's...
Look! Over by the legs. That crier is there too.
I see. Acting as witness to the higher candidate's conflict. It seems Gladel cannot match Guido's firepower.
What's our plan? If we just hang back and watch, Godot's gonna win. And Forden gets a leg up on the competition.
Let's give Glodell a hand. Good thinking. That way we...
Agreed. Let us...
Right. Say, hold on. You realize you're a no-name candidate, eh? If he wants to shut you out, he'll not have to aim for John.
It's a runner, isn't it? If things get too tight...
Fine. Suppose there's no room for caution if we want the world's eyes on us.
Okay, then, it's settled. Let's make sure he owes us.
There should be an external runner phone out there.
We're here to help. Withdraw. Who goes there? Why do you stand for Luis's forces? Well, sorry, can't get into that gauntlet woman. You're that commoner candidate who destroyed the Grand Cathedral. Was that not enough?
So be it. In God's name, be thou punt. You dare into... Is it fame you seek? You thought by confronting me, you might lift your own names?
I hate to interrupt, Oleg, but it's...
We of the Crown Theocracy's monk army have silenced all... Your petty ruses are beneath me. Now you shall know how powerless you truly...
Remember, the king's magic means we cannot move to strike Godot himself.
Go for his followers first.
Go, my brethren! Put the...
Don't forget about the petrification magic!
Let's get on with it! Not the right move. Let's do this!
Let's do this!
Tougher than I thought.
Witness the power of Sanctism! Take this! What could you hope to achieve?
He knows we can't attack him. He's toying with us.
Lend me your strength!
Show them our might! Observe the enemy.
Return.
Oh, power of heroes!
Oh, you've done
badly
it!
wounded.
What could you
Can
hope
anyone
to
heal him?
achieve?
Don't underestimate me!
Stroll can't take any more.
Give me your aid!
Someone heal him.
You can do this!
I would lose nothing by conceding this fight, for the sake of my dear brethren. Now! Feel...
Does this mean he's getting serious?
Rise, my brothers!
Stay in there. Stroll!
Forgive me. Sanctism will reign!
Stroll got knocked out. Can any... Don't forget about the
Let's get on with it.
magic.
What could you hope to achieve?
What a dodge! You've got some footwork, Stroll. He knows we can't attack him. He's toying with us.
Lend me your strength! No, this won't work.
To him,
I stand ready. Behold, we stand together.
We'll team up! In the name of justice! Let's make an end of it!
Go!
What could you hope to achieve?
Don't underestimate me!
Let's work together!
Show them our might!
I would lose for the snow!
Does this mean he's getting serious?
Rise, my
Get
brothers!
in there.
Sanctism will
Stroll's
reign!
badly wounded. Can anyone heal him?
To you!
Stroll can't take any
Let's
more.
do this!
Someone heal him!
Resistance is futile!
Sanctism will reign!
So many people knocked out here. We gotta get back on track. Or this will get ugly.
Sanctism will reign!
So this is where it ends.
I see.
What now?